Okay, boopity boop. There we go. Okay. Okay. Do 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 do. If this, oh my gosh, my thing, no. Is it gonna work? There we go. There we go. Something about her rubs me entirely the wrong way. Maybe it's the predatory glint in her eyes and the sharp tilt of her smile, or just her reckless words. I can't put my finger on it, and I hope I'm wrong. But for now, I don't trust her. How should we split up, Cap? Who's going who's going who's going to take the message? I'll leave it to whoever wants to volunteer. There will still be things to take care of around here for the ones who remain. What? You just the game just forces me to volunteer. Dang, I do not have a choice. I do not have a say in the matter. I guess I volunteer, I suppose. I never all right. I step I step up to Caldron before he can make firm plans. Both him and Aya look surprised, but I want to go. I spent my entire life on Odious. This is my chance to find out more about the system, to broaden in my horizons and do something useful for the crew. Bro, no. No. Man, I was fine staying back. I was fine staying home. Look, even these two are thinking, nah, that's a bad idea, bro. Boo, you're an idiot. You're an idiot, Boo. Crusa isn't like Tenarium. If anyone recognizes you, I know, and they won't. I'll follow your rules. Just please let me do this. Caldron gives me a severe look, and I can only hope my promise is enough to convince him. I have no reason to go off on my own or follow any ghost from my past. Not now that I know the truth. Vex. Oh my gosh, that was a weird transition. Now that I know the truth. Vex. Why did... Alright. Vex. I shake the memories of him to the back of my mind. There's no time for that. He's long gone by now. Two of us will be enough to keep him safe, Cal. I think it do some good to take a nice stroll through the slums. Yeah, sure. It would do him some good to just put him in the most dangerous city in the universe and just take a stroll, you know? Well, as good as a stroll on Cruise it can be anyway. That's what I'm saying. Fine. But you don't own to leave our side, Boo. Cruza is a war zone, and you have no formal combat. Yes, sir. Caldron's scowl softens, and I try to keep my face neutral. I never expected he would let me go, but I'm glad he agreed. We should split up accordingly. Make sure each team is fit to handle both the pickup and Boo's safety. June, you're with me. Aya, go with Bash. Rai, you can pair up with Damien. Everyone nods in agreement. It's clear the crew... The crew have all been working together a long time and have strengths to complement each other. Wait, who's going with who? June, you're with me. Aya, go with Bash. Rai, you can pair up with Damien. Who am I going with? It is sounding like I'm going by myself. Boo, you can choose who goes with you. You're going to need to trust whoever you're with. Oh, okay. Dang it! Dang it! Why did they pair Damien with Rai? If I'm doing the Rai route, I have to choose Damien. But if I choose Damien... No! No! Dang it! Okay. Fine. Damien and Rai. I'd like to go with Damien and Rai. I don't know why. They're polar opposites. Rai not that it was inevitable. Rai gives me a soft smile, a step forward, adjusting the rifle she has strapped on her back. No, it wouldn't! No, it wouldn't! Oh my gosh. Why would you pair those two? If anything, I would say Cal and Damien should go together because they have the most experience with, well, actually. Or, well, she works well with everyone. You can't put Rai with someone and she doesn't work well with someone. She's literally the most accommodating person. She works well with everyone. Dang. I'll send the other one over. Cauldron nods at us both before heading off leaving Rai and I to wait for Damien to finish whatever he's doing. While not the most obvious choice, I feel confident with my decision nonetheless. Rai and Damien seem to make a balanced pair, hopefully enough to ensure this mission is a success. That's why he is also good with Cal. Pair him with Cal. Sorry for making you do this. There's no need to be sorry. I've been to Carissa many times. I can handle myself just fine out there. Something about the way she says that makes me pause. Rai has never come across as weak or incapable, and she has a fiery temper I've seen slip through on occasions. I suppose I should give her more credit. It's Damien's first language? Fair enough. You think Damien will mind going with us? Not at all. In fact, he'll probably enjoy it. Yeah, I bet he would. I bet he would. I request someone else come along. Yeah, probably. I just mean with him returning with his old friend and all, I might what? Get out of here! Leave! I chose you just cause Cal decided to pair her with Rai, okay? You are just an extension of Rai right now. Get out of here. Emma's gonna enjoy this. Oh my gosh. Damien slicks up next to us, his footsteps as silent as a specter. Rai crosses her arms over her chest and gives him a dry look. I think what he's trying to say is you might prefer us to handle all the action while you waste more time flirting with... What's her name? Alana? What? Wait, what? Is she saying I'm flirting with someone? Hold up. Let me for us to handle all the action. Okay. You waste more time flirting with... What's her name, Alana? What? Oh, I'm so confused on... Oh, is she talking to Damien? Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. I thought she was talking to me for... Look. Because... Look, I don't know. I'm a little tired. I had to cook in the dark because only the upstairs lights are fine, but for some reason my house has decided only the downstairs lights are just gonna be off. I don't speak banter, okay? I speak well, clearly not English either. I speak whatever comes out of my mouth, okay? I do not speak banter. Damien snorts and tugs on a stand of Rai's silver hair affectionately, to which she answers with a scowl. Do not touch my lady! Do not touch my lady, Damien! I am fluent in I shall translate if need be. And besides, why waste the chance to take a nice stroll around the old neighborhood? Raya raises her eyebrow and gives me a knowing look before waving a hand at him. Let's get on with it, shall we? Yes, ma'am. I will murder you if you call me that again. I don't doubt it. I've seen the kinds of plants you grow in your infirmary. Did he just say she kills the plants, essentially? Damien turns and strolls towards the exit, not bothering to wait for the two of us. Rai sighs but smiles despite his teasing. After you, boo. Nah, ladies first, you go ahead, right? I'm gonna be the most charming person. Ooh. I like how they style. Hold up. I like how they style this. Oh, grown deadly plant. I thought he was saying she kills her plants. That would be an interesting. That would be an interesting concept if a doctor who knows how to take care of like all these different kinds of humans, maybe even animals or everything, can't take care of a plant. But like, look, the sleep in instead of sleep, the sleep. Krill, the Rona's tail. The pole is covering it. Red bar. What is that, a O S or I can't tell. Oh, shrimp. Shrimp because it's mixing with an H. Shrimp love clubs deli cloud segai obai obile. I'm assuming that's an L. Owamo. I've never eaten. I don't think I've ever eaten krill. I've never had krill. Madhu. Assuming that you doesn't make another sound. I cannot read this. What other things can I read on here? Hold up. I'm looking at all this stuff. Some sort of alien language right here. I said Awamu because it's AMW. Amu. Reminds you of New York. I've never been to New York City, but I have lived in New York before. Actually, that is a lie. I went to the Statue of Liberty, so for like 5 seconds, I was in New York City. Not really enough to say that I've been to the city. We drove through it just to get to the Statue of Liberty. I've lived in New York, not near the city, so I wouldn't know. Please come visit the city. Ooh. But it's so cold in the winter. I freeze. I just perish. I walk out there, see the snow, and I just die on the spot. My mermaid body can't handle the freezing ice coldness of the winter. What was the spring like? I was in elementary school, so like I have some memories, but it was not my favorite. I wanted to be my freaking favorite Halloween costume, but since my parents were like, "Nah, you had to be the girl version." They they always had those freaking short skirts that I had to go out. And even though Halloween is my favorite holiday, I had to go out with the freaking short dress or skirt and freeze my freaking feetsies off. I hated everything. Especially because so many people get so grumpy when it's super cold out, right? And so the fact that my birthday is in January, uh the fact that my birthday was in January means that my family was just always super grumpy because this season was freezing cold, and they're like super grumpy around my birthday season, and I hated it. I would try to do that, and then my family would be like, "No." They like looking at the snow. They like the aesthetic of the snow. They don't like going out in the snow. When I was a little kid, the only time I got to play in the snow was when I was at school. My parents didn't really like that I would go out very often. I did go out with when it was a little bit like less icy, um with this one girl to play in the snow. But she was a freaking jerk, bro. I like every single time I would talk to her, she would seem super nice. But then she would invite her friend to come out. And then suddenly, they both just dog on me. And I'm like, bro, let me exist. Anyway, I also, like, oh my gosh. We were in, like, these apartment homes at the time. Uh, so they would always just kind of like, I don't know. I just remember my parents were always super grumpy around the winter time, especially when it was snowing out. I and then every single time I would go out to play, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I don't remember actually going out to play that often. I remember most of my life just being inside the house, um, in front of the TV, just watching TV. And then every single time I need anything, try to go up to my parents, and they'll be like, "Ah, we're too busy." And so there were some times when I would sneak out of the house to go play in the snow. I don't think we really had a backyard. We had no, if we're going anywhere to play in the snow, we're going back to Utah because it would snow for like a few days. No, it would snow for like a while actually. It would snow for a while. But then later in the day, it would all just quickly melt away. That's what I like. I need snow that I can just play with for just a few moments, and then the next few blinks of the eye, it's gone. Actually, that's depending on the season. Some winters it would just never go away, and then we're like, snow, no, leave. And then they were there, and then we're like, bro, it is past the season. It is getting no, you cannot infect the other seasons. And the snow's like, I'm not moving. No, like, no, get leave. We don't want you anymore. And the snow's like, I enjoy it here. It's nice. I'm fine with snow for like 2 days, and then I'm good. I think a long week of snow is my fave. No, you wouldn't just in Utah. You don't go for a long week. You would go for months. Actually, that's depending on the season. Sometimes it would just be like a few days, and then it would just go away. And then some years it would just be months upon months, and then we're like, we're sick of you. Get out of here. And the snow's like, I'm just, I'm having a good old time. I'm having a vacation. Anyway, I think I'm done ranting about snow. My my first glimpse of the planet is as harsh as my expectation had been. It's still afternoon, but the sky is gray and covered by a layer of clouds so thick it's impossible to tell whether the faint light behind them comes from the sun or from the constant lighting striking across the sky. I You get sick of it. If it's there for too long, you seriously just get sick of it. Like, I don't know. I think it's just because I probably wasn't allowed to play a lot, especially when the snow was out. So I think I just associated snow with grumpiness. Um, I just associated. I think I just, me personally, I think I just associate snow with just a bad time. Um, I never went ice skating. My friends in middle school, they would go ice skating in Utah, but I've never gone ice skating. I was always too afraid to even try. Um, no, I keep saying like, "Oh my gosh, I want to skateboard." And then this girl's like, "You want to skateboard?" Okay. She goes into her house, comes out with a skateboard, puts it on the ground. She's like, "Come on, try just try. Let me teach you how to skateboard." And I'm like, "I don't want to skateboard anymore." Bro, we're gonna do the classic scenes of like those dates where like the partner is amazing at ice skating, and then like their other partner is just holding onto the wall for dear life. um there's also a moment where um I did try rollerblading. That was the riskiest thing I've ever tried, was to rollerblade. Um and yeah, it I mean, I tried it once. I was really bad at it, and every single time there was this girl. She was so freaking toxic, but every single time I fell, she just like made fun of me and said I would never be able to do it, and and she just ridiculed me every single time. Like, hey, can you? if I'm doing so badly, can you just teach me how you're doing it? And she's like, girl, it's simple. I don't know why you're failing so badly because, like, I've done this my whole life. Like, I learned when I was, like, 6. Um, like, I don't, it's so easy. Like, I got it right away. I don't know, understand why you're not getting it. And I'm like, I don't know, okay? Look, Utah's just filled with them, actually. I think it's just Utah because every single person I met in Utah was some sort of form of toxic. Like every single time I'm like, okay, no, this one's better. This one's better. And then yeah, no. Bruh. Honestly, her since her mom was the one taking us rollerblading, her mom would even sometimes come up to the girl and she'd be like, "Hey, um, you're not really being nice to your friend here." Um, and she'd be like, I don't know, like she would be like rude to her own mom. Honestly, I think I was more baffled about that because like she would curse out her own mom in front of me. And I'm like, bro, I would get such a beating if I did that to my mom. Oh, like I I was so baffled by the audacity of this. And whenever I would talk about it, like I think I even talked to the moms like, why are you letting your daughter curse you out? Don't you like ground her if she does that? Because like my mom would have grounded her because she often talked to her other friends and I was left on the side and of just talking to her mom. Her mom was so chill. I loved her mom. She was such a nice lady. Anyway, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I adopted her at like such a young age. She probably has been through such a hard life and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Okay, I understand that. My parents were foster parents before, but they would not let the child curse them out." I don't know. Like it might just be me because I understand like I don't know what her past family was like before she was adopted, but like I would not I would not be standing if I cursed my mom. Oh my gosh. She was truly so sweet. Every single time we visit, she always made us smoothies. She always like she gave us like so many different sweets. She like every single time I'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, I can't do this." She would constantly try to buy me things and stuff like that. I don't know. She was like this girl across the street. She was so lovely. I honestly, maybe part of the reason why I stayed this lady's friend is just because of her mother. Her mother was the person I kept going back to because she was such a sweet mom and she paid so much attention to us that I never got from my parents. Even though my mom at the time was a stay-at-home mother, she wouldn't pay as much attention to me as that mom. I don't know. I loved her so much. No, was my friend. Honestly, maybe. so sweet though. She was the nicest mom you could ever meet. I don't know why her daughter was giving her such disrespect, bro. She did not deserve that. You were in it for some mom. and and oh my gosh, like when when she was like when I slowly stopped being friends with her daughter, especially after like she convinced me to shoplift and then told everyone that I was the one who told her to shoplift. So I started distancing myself after that. But like after I did, the mom would constantly be like, "Oh, why aren't you friends with my daughter anymore? She like I I had beef with her and I had no clue." She's like, why won't you hang out with my daughter anymore? Like, and stuff like that. Honest, and like she even had her like she even had her daughter apologize to me because I feel because like I don't know what happened because she was telling everybody about this. Honestly, I think her mom did not believe her when she told her. She did not believe her daughter when she was like, "Oh yeah." I think yeah, she was a real sweetheart. She forced that girl to apologize to me. Um but then after like the mom was gone, the girl was like, "Oh, I'm not actually sorry. My mom just forced me to." And I'm like, "Damn, you had to ruin the apology to." I don't know. It's from constant lighting streaking across the sky. My hesitation slowly fades as we head deeper into Crusa's slums, and instead I find my focus fixated solely on the sights of the city. The mom was a real MVP. The streets are packed with people, either heading in various directions of loitering around the dilapidated. Oh my god. Okay, Alexa, how do you pronounce a word that is spelled Dilapidated?
Dilapidated is pronounced dilapidated.
What? Die. Alexa, repeat. No, please repeat it. Dilapidated buildings. A few weary glances are thrown our way, but most don't pay us much attention. The street is oddly clean, and I noticed a young member of the Crimson Dusk sweeping the sidewalk off to the side. I don't know. We walked in solemn silence, so I take the chance to survey my surroundings, discovering a version of oh my gosh. I'm going to need a dictionary just for this game. Selenate, I had never known nor experienced to be real. And like, it's not that I don't know these words. I know these words. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm legally adopting that little. The further we get from the bunker, the worse the streets around us become. Narrow paths, dirty walls, small homes with even smaller windows. Some are even missing their roof or entire walls, but are clearly being lived in. Makeshift shelters having been made from scraps or metal or large sheets of waterproof fabric. Rhino stays close to me, her back straight and shoulders stiff, while Damien takes the lead, guiding us through side streets with ease of someone who knows them all too well. The medic lets out a shiver beside me, and I turn to her. Are you alright? Me? I appreciate the concern, Boo, but I'm the one who should be asking you that. Yeah, your eyes have been as wide as saucers from the moment we stepped outside. Besides, I told you I've been here before. My gaze lingers on the rifle strapped to her back, although June had mentioned he'd been providing her with non-lethal weapons earlier. It still looks intimidating. With the archangels? Yes, precisely. That makes sense. She did mention that archangels were formed to help the people of Selenate who needed it most. Oh my gosh, why did my phone go to Pinterest? It my phone said Pinterest time. Has it been long? Only a few years, less than a decade. I haven't been to this district, though. That's right, your work was in District 8. It was quite the story around these parts. Rumors of Blue Lady who blasted down any soul who stood in the way of helping those in need. Because Pinterest is amazing. Fair enough. That was a lie. Tell that to the poor band of drug dealers who wound up shot in there. Those guys had it coming, and I thank you to stop spreading lies about me. I'm a lady. Yes, ma'am. If you think I'm going to help you when she murders you, Damien, you're wrong. I wouldn't help her if anyone murders him. That is a sentence I actually would say to him. Thank you, Boo. As if she'd miss me too much. I wouldn't miss you. Do it. Brian gives him a stern look, but she cracks when he wraps an arm around her shoulders, messing up her hair with his other hand. No! Don't push it. Damien winks at Ryan as it pushes him away, smoothing down her hair to its usual prim place. My visit here was pretty brutal. There was only so much we could do to help. District 8 was part of the Kamari territory at the time. A lot of fighting was going on. I never saw it in person, but from what Elisa told me, it was. His breath comes out in a huff, his eyes glazing over at the memories. Fucked up. It was fucked up. I heard it got better after we left, but I never got the chance to check on it personally. I will never leave that demon boy alone. Is every district like this? Most are similar, yes. Why did I read her line in Damien's voice? What, too dirty for someone like you? Oh, stop. I didn't mean it like that. I just had no idea what to expect. I never imagined it would be this bad. Damien sighs and runs a hand over his face, and I don't think he had meant to direct his frustration at me. I know, yes, they're all the same. Besides, there's special. Oh my gosh, I know the word. I promise, I know the word. Specialization. We're in District 4, which has clearly a large entertainment sector. Sector 5. The one we're heading towards has its trade center. Has this trade center. 3, the one it was some good bakeries, I guess. The list goes on. You're from District 3? I am, but we won't be stopping for a reunion. Ain't a damn thing worth seeing there anyway. Okay, time to close my blinds. His smile feels too forced, quickly fading from his lips as he mumbles, "Well, the cookies were good, but I can make better." Why am I thinking? Rye and I exchange a look, and I see a small smile pull the corner of her mouth. Oh, good. We'll hold you to that when we get back to the ship. The only cookie I need is you. Anyway. They share a smile, and the three of us fall into a comfortable silence. Since when can Damien bake? I don't feel like I have a place to say anything, so I'm gonna say nothing. There's nothing left to say. The air around us is thick and suffocating, and all I want is to get this mission done as soon as possible. We continue on, the cold winds slowly chilling us down to the bone. People of various species beg on the street corners, and unsavory sounds echo from the shadows of the many sinister-looking alleys. Overhead, the skies darken and the rain starts up once again, soaking through the fabric of our clothes and forcing me to wrap my arms around myself and shiver. Nearby, a child sits on an empty crate, his eyes wide and his hands outstretched as we pass by. I hesitate for a moment, falling behind. Search the pocket for donations. I rummage in my pocket but come up short, giving the boy an apologetic look. The clinking of metal hits my ears as Varna sets up beside me, producing a small coin and dropping them into the boy's hand with a kind smile. With a grin growing from ear to ear, the boy scurries off and disappears among the crowd of people. I turn to Rise, whose face is set grimly. That was nice of you. I wish I could do more, but at least he'll eat tonight. What do you mean effects? Oh. So if I flirted with Damien more, he he would have given the coins, or if I flirted with Ryan more, she would have given the coins. Okay. Okay, okay. But if like just imagine I didn't flirt with any of them and I just chose the most stereotypical options that like you did not flirt with any of them. And like I came short of the coins and they're just like actually we should do a playthrough where I just flirt with no one. No one. And then just see how that comes. And unfortunately we can't help them all. Keep up, will you? Oh, shut up, Damien. Let me kick you in the balls. the 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 aromantic route. Stop. It's just my go-to when I don't like someone. I just say I'm gonna kick you in the ball. One of these days, I'm gonna try to kick him in the balls like I do, and then it's just like there's a metal plating down there. Damien snaps at the two of us, and we quicken our pace. Ooh. Just a moment. My father is calling. Wait. Sorry. Hello?
Hey, guess where I'm calling you from?
Probably the car.
That's right. Do you guys want to go for a ride? Okay,
Um.
this isn't a question. Are we going for a ride? You're all gonna go for a little ride with me.
Okay.
Get your shoes on. I'm almost home.
Yeah, I gotta change my clothes. I'm in my pajamas.
You can go drive it. I'm not going anywhere. We're just gonna drive around for a minute.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so I do have to leave. I will start the stream again, but I will have to leave because Dad really wants to show off his yeah, because like my dad really wants to show off his new car, so I shall leave. I was I was about to say no to his request, but then Dad's like, you don't really have a choice, and I'm like, okay. um. So yeah, we're gonna go, guys. Bye. See you later.